What's up, everybody? Today I'm just gonna jump on a little bit. I've been having some technical difficulties with uploading bigger videos. I'm gonna have to figure this situation out, but I wanted to be consistent and jump in just for a little bit and talk about things coming and going in waves and feeling our feelings. It's an uncomfortable topic. It's an uncomfortable situation. I think a lot of us feel like, how do I handle my emotions? I need to be controlled in my emotions. But the point of life is feeling things. That's what you signed up for when you chose a human experience. So that means feeling a full range of emotions, from happiness to sadness. In that, we have to feel everything in between. Pain and excitement, feeling great, feeling not so great. We live in a dualistic world. That's just what comes with it. So I hate to break it to all the people out there that want to be super positive and happy all the time and think that they don't have a lick of emotion inside their body that is negative. I urge you to think again. They're buried down inside of you, and the only way to release an emotion and the only way to release a pattern is to sit there and feel it, as uncomfortable as it can be. We've spent so much time numbing this feeling. We come here to feel, and we spend our entire lifetime trying to numb it. What's the point? My mom always told me, Ashley, you love hard and you love fast, and then you get your heart broken. Well, you can't feel excitement and joy and happiness and all of that intense, loving energy that I feel without feeling the polarity of it that maybe one day it's going to cause a little bit of heartache. But I've spent the last 3 years making sure that I had enough love inside myself to give freely and openly, so that no matter what, or no matter who is or isn't in my life, for however long or short it is, I enjoyed it. I get to feel the opposite emotion, and then I move on. We don't realize that transformation doesn't always happen without feeling really uncomfortable. It doesn't always happen without feeling pushed to our limit. I've been pushed a lot in this lifetime. I've lived a lot of life in a really short amount of time. My birthday's 2/20, and I know a lot of people don't really care about their birthdays or what it means to them, but it's super important, and there are no coincidences in this world. There are no coincidences in this world, ever. Start connecting the dots. Make your internal world as visceral as you want your external world to be, because that's what you're going to be left with. You're going to end up alone at some point in your life, and how do we handle that? We feel through things. We feel our emotions. My birthday's 2/20. I'm on the cusp of sensitivity, half Aquarius, half Pisces. My moon sign is a Scorpio, another water sign. My ascendant is a Cancer, another water sign. I'm a water trine. I feel everything to its deepest levels, everything. But I don't feel afraid of it anymore. And I'm not going to tell you that I didn't spend a few years feeling numb. I did. And I was chasing things outside of myself to make me feel better. But at the end of the day, I was still conscious of everything. I was still really conscious. So I was like, well, if I'm still conscious, then why am I even doing this? Might as well figure out where to put this consciousness and how to grow it and how to change it. I transform through pain. That's how I deal with things. That's how I expand myself. How would you know if something hurt if you didn't look at it or feel it? How would you know how to fix it if you didn't look at it or feel it? You wouldn't. You'd have no idea. These things, if you don't feel them, will come back. They'll come up and they'll show themselves to you outside of you through either another person, a situation. It's going to present itself physically. whether it's an illness or anything, an argument, it's going to show itself. If you don't deal with it, the world will make you deal with it. So start learning how to feel your emotions. We don't need antidepressants. And I know that with this entire mental illness thing coming up, it's great that we're supporting it, but we don't need Xanax. We don't need Ativan. We don't need any of that stuff. We need to feel these things. You need to feel them. And I know that they're uncomfortable. But you cannot feel happiness without sadness. That's just the way life is. It's a good thing. Everything is temporary. It doesn't last forever. Don't become the situation. Overcome the situation. Feel the emotion and move on from it. The only way that you can release an emotion is to feel it. It's really simple. It's okay to cry. It's okay to do anything that you need to do to handle that. It's okay to see a therapist. It's okay to go to a healing center. It's okay to get as much of that as you need to. It's okay to write. It's okay to sit in your bed alone with your cat, your dog, whatever. But be alone, feel the feelings, and move on from it. It's not a big deal. That's how we transform. Transformation is emotion and continued action. You need to feel things. That's what we signed up for when we chose a human experience. I love my internal world all the time. No matter who is in my life or who isn't, no matter what happens or what doesn't, it's still really awesome. All the time. I cry, I have a great time, I laugh, I get excited about things. I feel every range of emotion and I feel it deeply, and it's awesome. Don't be afraid to feel dark feelings. There's a part of spirituality and there's a part of awakening that people don't talk about, and it's feeling rough feelings. It's okay. They're there for a reason. They're there to transform you and move you in your evolution. I connect my dots all the time. I connect dots as to what people mean in my life and what maybe I mean in their life. I connect those dots as to my birthday being a huge part of who I am and where I'm going too. Those things are huge. 22 is a master number. It's the master creator number. And I've been working on the fact of creation for the last 3 years and what that means to me and how to create alone and how to create a reality, because I'm conscious of the fact that I create my reality no matter what I say, do, express. That is my creation in my reality, and I'm also playing a role in everybody else's life too. I make sure that in my life, for myself, my role is extremely important in what I do to take care of myself. I feel everything, and I move on from it, and then I express it. I talk to people about it. I tell people my experiences. I'm a hairstylist. I see plenty of people on a daily basis. I'm sitting at their crown chakra all the time. There are people that come into me going through the exact same thing that I went through a couple of years ago, and I get to tell them how helped me, what happened to me, and how I connected the dots to get to where I am today. And they're like, wow, I needed to hear that. And every message that you're going to give to somebody is always going to be given back to you because it's meant for you. It's a projection. It is coming through you. So it's meant for you too. I pay attention to every word I say and every thought that I think. I don't always meditate. I feel like I'm meditating all the time. I just sit there and watch my feelings and emotions and thoughts like they're a movie and see where they're getting me to in each step. It's okay to be internal and to feel your world. It's super important. So with that, I just feel everything. And I hope that you guys can feel strong enough and vulnerable enough to feel your emotions. And I know that we've grown up saying, don't cry, don't do this, don't do that. But it's extremely healthy to feel your emotions. It's one of the strongest things you can do. That might be a hard concept for people to grasp, but I don't know if you've ever felt in an extremely vulnerable state and then conquered it. That's a really, really, really strong trait, is to feel emotion. Don't distract. We're constantly distracted. People are out there doing all the time. They don't sit there in silence. You're not going to get inspired if you're constantly distracted. You're not going to know your internal world if you can't hear it because there's too much noise outside of you. Be alone for a little bit. Learn yourself. Feel your emotions. It's okay. There are good and there are bad ones. That's what life's about in a dualistic world. With that, I'm just going to sign off and say I hope you feel your feelings, good and bad. Feel the range of the emotions. Feel the rainbow. It's great. Sending unconditional love, linking everything down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll get all these kinks worked out, and that's it. C'est la vie.